Good afternoon. It's Joe of Joe's Carp Adventures, and for some time I've been wanting to shoot a favorite things video, kind of like what you see Oprah do, but this time related to carp fishing. In the last couple of years I've bought a number of items, several of which have really stood out, and I've really enjoyed using and really like, and I want to make a video to show you what they are and why I like them. Let's get started. Alright, the first item I'd like to show you is this Fox Easy Mat. I had an Ngt mat that was inexpensive and it was very portable, but the problem with that mat is that, you know, at the slightest inclination, a carp could flop off of it. So this gives you the carp a little bit more protection, fairly reasonably priced, fairly portable, as you can see. It's not heavy. It's got its own nice little case. I'll take it out of the case and show you. Give me a second here. Alright. How it comes out. It's in two pieces. You've got the mat and you've got this frame. And I will demonstrate. The frame comes out of a convenient little pouch there. I'll set that down, and if you'll watch, this frame just comes unfurled. You see how that is. I'm showing you the wrong side. There's the Fox Easy Mat side. But it gives you some height so the carp can't flop out as easily. And you see this retaining strap that you can use to really prevent them from flopping out. This retaining strap also serves as a convenient kneeling mat if you want to kneel and take pictures in front of your cradle. So anyway, that's that part of it. The other part is the cushion itself. I'll set this aside. This is the cushion, which, as you can see, very thick, very plush, and this unfurls to fit in the frame. And it also serves as a holder to hold the frame in place once you've put it up. I'm going to show you how that frame works one more time. It's really ingenious in my opinion. Also, if you wanted to transport the carp using this, you've also got these padded straps. I don't really use it that way. I have an unhooking mat, so I don't use this feature of it, but it could be done that way. Let me show you what I think is cool. You just compress this, and then make a fold. And just like that, this is into a position where now you can put it right into this frame. It's easier if you do it on the ground. I'm trying to do it in midair, but I'm trying to give you the view. At any rate, it all stuffs back nicely into the carrying case. That's the Fox Easy Mat, and that's one of my recent favorite things. Really like it. It's upped my carp care significantly. All right, next thing I'd like to show you. This is a Sabre Z3 wireless bite alarm set. Now this entire set, I don't think it costs 50 bucks and change, 50 some dollars. And you get three receivers, or three transmitters, three bite alarms, standalone, and then you get a receiver that's capable of handling a fourth transmitter. But I like these a lot because they're really loud. I'll show you. You can see from that. Let me just. Very loud. The volume is adjustable by using that same button, pressing it and holding it. It'll increment downward. You can take it all the way to silent, or you can do it as loud as I just had it. We've got a green, I got a red, got a clear in the set, and I think there's one more color that you can get. I can't speak to the long-term longevity of these in adverse conditions. I did take them out on a rainy day yesterday, a very windy and a very rainy day. It wasn't a downpour, but it was intermittently quite rainy yesterday, and then I just wiped them off when I was done. Didn't have any problems with them. Of course, you've got the cost, you've got the loudness, which I really like, and of course the wireless feature, which is super helpful because for me, I often fish for panfish or fish for bass or something else that has me walking up and down the bank while I'm waiting for a carp bite. So these enable me to walk down and know I won't miss a run, or at least I'll hear that there's a run if I'm a little ways distant. And these also augmented my bite alarms. I've got 3 other bite alarms that aren't as loud and that I don't like as well, that aren't wireless. But now I can put some rods on bank sticks in addition to these, or when I'm breaking down my kit, I can set up off the rod pod so I can break down the rod pod. These just have increased my flexibility. Comes in this nice, it's just plastic. It's not real sturdy, but it's sturdy enough to do the job, get the job done. Carrying case, and that keeps everything together and tidy in my kit. So that's the second thing I wanted to show you. Third thing are these swingers made by Fox. They come in this nice hard shell case, which I really like. That's one of the main selling features. I had some old NGT swingers or hangers. I'm not sure if I'm using the right terminology, but they eventually broke, and I was looking to replace them with something that was a little bit of an upgrade. And I was looking at these Fox hangers, and I really liked them. And when I looked a little farther, they had an entire set of these for just a little bit more money than a single one. You can see, got 4 colors. They got an adjustable weight that you can move depending on how much resistance you want in your line. In very windy conditions, you'd want that all the way here. If you're fishing a margin where you didn't want tension on your line, you could move it all the way up or anywhere in between. I like these that have an adjustable tension on the part that grabs the line. You have a place for glow sticks if you want to do that at night. Inexpensive, a nice set. I love them, and I love this hard carrying case because these things with their fairly thin wire and plastic are somewhat fragile. These are certainly fragile, and this just protects everything nicely, keeps everything together, keeps it out of the weather. Any rate, that's the Fox swingers or hangers. I'm not sure if my terminology is correct, but whatever it is, I like them a lot. I've been using them. All right, last thing I want to show you, 2 things here relating to the net. I had a 2-piece NGT handle for a long time, and it worked for about 5 years, and eventually the place where the 2 halves telescoped got so loose and the friction became so negligible that the larger half would just slide out of the smaller half, rendering it useless or very short net. So I decided to go up to a 1-piece, and I have no regrets about this. It's been fine. The spreader block screws into the end, and I've had no problems. I like it much better. And the last thing I wanted to show you is I have an Ngt Specimen Net rubberized here. I'll unfurl it so you can see it. It's like any other big carp net, kind of a triangular shaped base, and it's got the 2 arms designed to be in the spreader block. So in that regard, in terms of its shape and its size, it's not really any different from any other carp net. This is relatively inexpensive. But the thing that is beautiful about this is this rubberized mesh. With every other carp net I've ever owned, whenever I'd put a carp in, or net a carp, often the hook would become tangled in the mesh, and it would be inseparable, shall we say it that way. I'd have to cut it out. I'd have a net with little holes all over the place, because once that barb goes through the material, good luck ever getting it out again. So I decided to try this in an effort to solve that problem, and it's worked beautifully. I've never had a hook caught in this rubber coated mesh, and in fact I had it hooked through it before, but it easily unhooks because it's not actually going into the material of the mesh. It's just going through the openings. So this is something I really love, really like, and those are the recent purchases that I've gotten in the last 2 years that just wanted to share with you guys how much I like them and why I like them.